You know, like you say, they'll just get along.
Yeah, well, you've been kind of hiding out. I haven't seen you around for a while.
I haven't seen you around.
No.
You can continue, Robert. But
Well, I don't walk over here where the bridge was closed, so.
What's the matter? Are you awake or?
No, he couldn't come across. He wouldn't allow us on the bridge. You know, it was closed. That's why you didn't see me over here.
Were you?
I had to do the boring side of the river.
Were you here at the opening?
Not the opening. No, I got better things to do than wait in line for a free burger.
You didn't want to listen to that idiot mayor make a speech?
I didn't want to wait in line for a free burger. It wasn't
Is
worth
that
it.
what the people were lined up at Pickaroos for a burger?
I don't know. I didn't go in to find out.
I wasn't even around.
I'm just happy they had the bridge open.
So what do you think of Vaughn Barnett? And you know him.
Not much.
And I knew that was coming.
I try not to think about him. He's an idiot.
Okay, he's tick-headed.
Yeah, and you can call yourself a social warrior if you want, but it still make you're still an asshole. And he's counterproductive and never did anybody any good.
What am I?
Not himself. Well, you're a contrary bastard is what you are.
Oh, okay, but that's good. Well, what's the difference between Vaughn Barnett and me?
Well, you're not making yourself out to be something you're not.
I'm a journalist.
Yeah, and you are honest to your trade. And
I'm not training.
And Vaughn wasn't. He was
went to school.
Going against the rules.
He went to school. All he needed was hours in the law firm,
I know. He needed all kinds of things. That's right. And there's hoops they jump through. Christ, they can't even quit that thing. They got hoops. They're still looking for hoops for me to jump through 10 years later.
So he passed the test, but he didn't.
Well, yeah, look, I got through it.
You got, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of other idiots got through it. So what's that?
Idiots?
That's no big medal. You don't get a medal for that.
No? You don't get graduated to be a politician?
You don't get to be anything. You are what you make of yourself after that.
So
if you turn out to be an asshole, you made yourself an asshole.
You think he should go to jail for 6 months?
I don't care what happens to him. He just should quit practicing law without the proper license.
So when they charge you with summary...
It's like driving a car without a license, that's all.
But when they charge you with summary, you don't have the right to a lawyer. We already had this conversation.
Why should he have a right to a lawyer? He is one.
No. Anyone
he thinks
that's charged with summary...
so he should represent himself.
Anyone that he...
prove how good he is.
Which he did. So we'll find out how much he get, which I wasn't around.
It doesn't matter.
I wish the sun was shining more.
I mean, he's been totally counterproductive, so it's a big deal.
No, but if you're charged with a summary, any citizen don't have the right to a lawyer.
No.
Right?
They made the rules up that if you're no likelihood of jail time, they won't back it. That's all.
So where do you go?
It's just economics. Collect beer bottles.
You lawyers.
Fur tips.
You lawyers
make
ask for a lot of money.
I know you lawyers. You're adding me in with a mixed bunch of idiots.
You are one of the special kinds. So you wouldn't charge $500.
No, you put me into you fellas, and I'm not one of those fellas.
That's the
end of that story.
That's the end of that thing. Yeah. Okay, so the bottom line is...
I'm neither Pete Mockler nor Barnett. I'm me, and that's it. So I'm not you fellas.
You know how many people contacted me and say that lawyer friend of yours, and you debate, maybe he could take my case. I said, no. He retired. He's done.
I didn't retire. I quit.
But we don't have no more Danny Waters.
No, I quit. My brain shut down. I had enough. It just all of a sudden, the 34th year, my brain said, go home and go to bed.
You almost retired. You were thinking of maybe burning that robe right in the front step.
Well, no, that was after. No, that's when after I quit.
Yeah,
burning the robe. No, but I had no decision to retire. I was not going to retire from that business. It was too easy. Going in the court, begging for mercy, helping people who could. That was just like walking in the street.
Richard Cove does that now.
Well, good for Rick. I mean, he can keep doing it. But that's all. And it was just fun. It was the first job I ever had that I could do. So I just loved it.
How are the less fortunate going to be protected if we don't have the right to a lawyer?
They're not. And even when you have you have a right to a lawyer under certain circumstances.
If you got money.
But that doesn't Don't go committing summary offenses. Commit indictable ones.
What about me?
Kill somebody. Don't just steal. Just get something for summary. Go hurt somebody,
And that's
stick a knife in somebody.
An indictable offense.
Yeah,
then you have a preliminary hearing.
Then you'll have a lawyer. So don't go stealing from Walmart.
No.
Stab somebody.
I punched
That's
that.
the only thing that makes sense. And if you want to get everybody represented, you tell all your poor souls, don't do the petty shit.
yeah.
Don't do the petty thefts
I know.
and that
Then
stuff.
it'll be
Carry a gun or a knife
exactly.
and use it.
We
and
know
then
that.
you'll get a free lawyer.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
We know that.
Guaranteed.
But now-
and you get free room and board for a few
But
years
now
after,
they even
too.
have summary rape, summary assault.
Oh, they always had
summary
that, and
assault,
they don't call it rape. There's no such thing as
sexual
rape.
assault.
There's
Sexual
no
assault.
such thing as rape, Charlie. You're putting
Sexual
terms
assault.
in there. With
I never had my
emotions.
coffee. This should be good too. But
You're
anyway.
putting words with emotion into them. Like rape is not a legal term
Okay,
in
sexual
Canada.
assault.
Yeah, and it goes anywhere from stealing the smooch to doing the big dandy.
So this, when Vaughn Barnett is sent to 3 to 6 months in jail, that says like me, if I give advice to people, I could be jailed.
Yeah, for giving legal advice.
Yeah, and I always do.
But you know, you should never predict time in jail anyway. The judges will decide they'll screw you every time.
Shouldn't we have a
if you
judge
predict it.
from Nova Scotia
Why?
to preside over this? Because she
It
was
happened here in New Brunswick.
she was a member of the Law Society, that the Ware girl, I don't know her. Isn't that like having the god Blaine Higgs rule over a trial that J.D. Irving is
Well,
on
you should
top?
never mention Blaine Higgs in a rule in the same sentence, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just a lucky man of happenstance, and we'll see whether he screws up or not. But I don't want to talk about him or anything he's got to do.
How was your winter?
Well, it's been great. Great winter over home. Pipes only froze twice.
We'll see you again.
Okay.
What do you think of the trail, the bridge?
Oh, I love it. This is the best thing to ever happen. I did an hour and a half to myself. I solved every problem that I could think of, and then some that I can't think of. And it's just the greatest thing. Come along, this river's the most peaceful river.
It is.
And nice to have the church at the end here
Yes.
to remember all these things that are crazy and unreal.
Yes.
And it's just good for thinking. Plus, it's named after Bill Thorpe, and he was one of my best
You know
buddies.
him?
I knew him. Geez, I knew him well. He was a teacher when I went through high school. He was the coach in rugby, and we were together on establishing the Loyalist Rugby Club over there. And no, he's been a big part of my life.
The car's been leaving me alone lately. I wonder why.
Well, because you're probably not as notorious as you used to be. You're not upsetting them in public because they got to get payback. So you're the one. You're not stirring the pot. So you know,
Am I a
you're being
has-been?
good.
Am I a has-been now?
Charlie, we're both dinosaurs.